Governor Mills sent a letter to the state legislature today saying she will not sign the 35 bills enacted by lawmakers last Friday because the legislature has adjourned. The bills will not become law. She said she was concerned by the enactment of dozens of additional spending bills on veto day without two-thirds support from both the House and Senate, something she called, quote, without precedent in the history of the Maine legislature. This comes after Mills on Friday thanked lawmakers for their work. She went on to say lawmakers worked to address challenges and find compromise. Lawmakers did not override any of the 9 bills that had been vetoed by Mills.